Hi there, this is Dr. Enson Wessel with a program of Leaders for Life. This is a program in which we deal with various activities of leadership and the context in which leaders perform their activities. We've started a new series we are calling You as a Leader. You as a Leader. So we are really putting a searchlight on you, a spotlight on you as a leader. And we are using a text that we once wrote. This text is called Lead On. And from here we are discussing various topics. In the previous episode, I dealt with the subject of the image of God in you. The image of God in you, which is the foundation for the leadership capacity that you and I have. Today, we want to deal with a subject we've called the mandate to lead. The mandate to lead. We truly believe that there is no need for capacity to lead when there is no mandate to lead. But when you read into the scriptures in the Bible, in Genesis chapter number 1, verse 26, 27, and 28, you will find that God has given us the mandate to lead. In that text, God clearly says, we were made both male and female in the image of God. In the likeness of Him, we are also given the capacity to do specific things. The very first that which we see in there, in chapter number 1, verse 26, 27, 28, is called the creation mandate. The creation mandate. Other people call it the dominion mandate. The dominion mandate. Because in verse 28, God specifically states some things. He says He gave us the capacity as human beings to subdue the earth, number one. To have dominion over the earth. Number two, to be fruitful in this earth. So those three aspects there are significant. Number one, to subdue the earth, that is to take charge of the earth. Then to have dominion over, the issues and the activities of the earth. Then the third element is that human beings are supposed to be fruitful. And the fruitfulness was also in line with being fruitful, to bear children, and to multiply and to fill the earth. This, many theologians have called it the dominion mandate or the creation mandate. It is the mandate to lead in the earth. So let's try to unpack it a little bit. Then we'll come to another set of mandate that God has given us as human beings in this earth. So let's unpack the first one, the dominion mandate. The Bible says we are supposed to subdue the earth. When we talk about subduing the something, we're talking about to conquer it, to manage it, to bring it under our subjugation. It means we are in charge of it. So when we are talking about leadership as an aspect of subduing the elements of the earth, it means you and I have been given the mandate to be in charge of the earth and its elements. There are many elements in the earth. Others are physical in the earth, while others are, invisible. We really need to understand that. So the capacity that God has given us, the capacity we dealt with in the previous episode, is supposed to give us the ability to subdue. So you and I are supposed to make our environment be, under control of our capacity, of our ruling. So when you go into a place where there are elements that are out of control, you are supposed to bring them in control. When you are in a nation that is ungovernable, you are supposed to bring it under control. When you are part of a community, part of a family, part of a clan where things have run amok, you and I are supposed to bring those things under control. Why? Because our mandate is to subdue, to bring things that are running out of control, that are running amok, that are not submissive. Then we bring them, we subdue them, we conquer them, we tame them, we domesticate them, bring them out of under control, and get the best out of them. And there are a lot of things in our environment that become out of control. Sometimes it could be our behaviors that are out of control. It could be our appetites that are out of control. So you and I are supposed to subdue them. If it's an appetite that is out of control, it's a particular use of substance that become addictive, it is out of control. You and I are supposed to subdue it and bring it into submission so that we can get the benefit out of whatever element we are dealing with. That is subduing. The second element under the dominion mandate is to dominate, to have dominion. To have dominion is really to express dominance over some things. It's not just to capture and control them, but it's to continuously have dominion, have authority, have also the ability to create direction, create vision, create a way of directing the affairs of humanity. So my brother, my sister, you as a person have been given the capacity to establish vision. And when you establish vision, is to run after it so that you can be able to implement the things that are part of the plan that you are thinking. So you and I are not left without any capacity. You and I are not left defenseless, are not left without capacity. You can be able to dominate the activities of your life, the situation of your life. The unfortunate thing is that most of us, we have come to a place where we have left the situations and the elements of our environment to take charge of us, and we are helpless and hopeless. We are helpless and hopeless. There are many situations in life where the elements of life become so dominating in our lives because either they've got the power and the capacity much more than human beings. For example, floods, cyclones, tornadoes, those are amazingly powerful. But despite what they can do, because of their ability to dominate, their ability to lead, their ability to give direction, human beings are given the capacity to take charge. So we take charge through knowledge. We take charge through our skills. We take charge through new inventions. We take charge through innovations so that we can control the flow of things, the flow of elements. We take charge. We dominate. So it's important for us to understand that we have a dominion mandate. The third element under the dominion mandate is being fruitful. Being fruitful. This aspect is where we become disciplined so that we can multiply the benefits of what we produce. This is a very significant thing. The unfortunate thing is a lot of us would rather expect another person to be fruitful and not us. We are very, very short-sighted many times. Would want people in academia to be fruitful, not me to be fruitful. Would want people in politics to be fruitful. They give us the benefits of their politics, but for us, we just evaluate them and assess them. Sometimes it's to evaluate the health facilities. Sometimes it's to evaluate the academia. We become so critical, but we don't realize we are also supposed to be fruitful. Every one of us is supposed to be fruitful. So my brother, my sister, this is the mandate God has given you, has given me to be fruitful. The question that I pose to you is, how fruitful are you? What impact are you leaving in the earth so that people can be able to say, such and such, he left an impact, He left a legacy. He left us fruit. He left us benefits. We are enjoying because of such and such who has gone out. That is the fruit that we are talking about. Yes, in that context also it talked about bearing children, multiplying and filling the earth. But we should never negate to bear fruit of all kinds. So that's being fruitful. So in the dominion mandate, in the mandate to lead, there are those three components. Number one, to subdue. Number two, to dominate. Number three, to be fruitful. There is another set of mandate. This is found in Genesis chapter 2, verse 15. This is called the stewardship mandate. The stewardship mandate. Because in this text, God tells Eve that they are supposed to take care of the garden and work it. Take care of the garden and be responsible to till it. That's a language that is used there, to till it. So that is the mandate of being a steward. That's a mandate of being a carer of the garden or the carer of the earth. This is a powerful set of mandates. It is of human beings. It is expected of us to take care of our earth. So wherever God has placed you, He wants you to take care of it. Take care of it in the sense that you being nice to the environment, so that the environment gives back the life that it was supposed to give. Because wherever God placed us, He put into the environment a lot of things that will give us life, that will give us breath, so that we can be able to enjoy and coexist with the environment, with the nature around us. But if we don't take care of nature around us, if we deplete of all the elements within our environment, we come to a place where we have nothing that gives into us to give us a health and a better life. So human beings are stewards. That is a powerful mandate that God has given us. Now, in these days, we've been speaking about climate change. But because we haven't been people that are, stewards of the earth, stewards of our environment, we deplete it, we destroy it. There have been harmful reactions, harmful effects of the climate upon human beings. This is the year 2022, at the beginning of the year. Malawi has been devastated. Mozambique has been devastated. Parts of Zambia, part of Zimbabwe, by a tropical cyclone called Anna. It has been so destructive. But you know what? Many people have said it's because of the effects of climate change. That we haven't taken care of things in our environment that are essential. Hence, the effects have become negative. Others have called this as a priestly mandate, while the dominion mandate as a royal mandate. So you can take the difference. The first set of mandate from Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 to 28 as royal mandate, which is the dominion mandate, because it comes with the power, it comes with authority, it comes to control, to subdue, to lead. While the second set of mandate that is found in Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, that talks about taking care and tilling the ground, comes from a priestly side, where the priest is taking care of the land. And in here, we find the capacity to lead, the capacity to take charge of the earth. These all come from God Himself. This mandate to lead is a powerful concept to allow you and I to lead the earth where we are. Now, how do all these two mandates pan out? What are the effects? Why should we be talking about it? Well, the reality is, when God places you in the earth, and I don't know where you are, You could be outside the country of Malawi. You could be in another nation. You could be in the northern hemisphere or in the southern hemisphere. But wherever you are getting this broadcast, the clearest thing that we need to understand is that you should not only look to some people in the society that have been given, the mandate to lead politically through the electoral mandate, the electoral authority. We should, all of us, look at ourselves as leaders in our own right, who are supposed to do those two mandates, the dominion mandate and the stewardship mandate, the royal mandate and the priestly mandate. That you and I are not supposed to leave this earth worse than we found it, that we should find it better than we found it, that you should be able to demonstrate that we have the capacity to lead. You, as a leader, yes, you have capacity to lead. You have the capacity to direct. You have the capacity to change things. So I come always with, with trepidation in my heart. I get scared when we forget that we are all leaders, but we only demand that a certain set of group of people should be able to lead. Yes, I truly believe politicians should be held accountable because they are leading using human beings' resources, that's money from taxes. But that should not negate from us remembering we too are leaders. We too are expected to bring difference. We too were expected to show that we have been raised up with a mandate to lead. It is important for us to remember that. So this mandate is not only for a certain special duper sense in the earth, people that are geniuses, people that are excellent. It's a mandate for every one of us. So I am hoping and praying that you can really put your mind into thinking and developing, the ability to lead from this set of mandate. The first one is a dominion mandate. Subdue, dominate, and multiply. Be fruitful. The second mandate is for you to be a steward and be a blessing. Now I want to remind you that this series comes with a gift at the end of the series. I am using a book that I am using as a backdrop. The book is called Lead On. I would want to donate this book to you free of charge. The only thing I would want you to do is to tell me the titles of the episodes that I share throughout the series. Then I'm going to share this electronic book to you and it will be free. Powerful book that God has used to minister to many people. Well, this is Dr. Nwesha. It has been so wonderful to be with you. Shalom from us. God bless.